This is TJ Chambers from the YouTube channel The TJ Chambers, and today what I want to show you is a clock in space that I found in one of NASA's photos that I found to be really interesting since well, NASA went to space and was able to take pictures of the Earth, so I mean there's no reason for there to be any fake videos or pictures or anything like that. But I was just checking them out and I found something pretty unusual that I just wanted to make a short video to share. I did make another video with a bunch more pictures, so I'm just going to just show a couple pictures here. And as you saw, I went to this NASA website, and if you look up here in the top URL, you can see I really am at NASA's website. This is from Apollo Mission 4, 1967. Alright, go. And what I'm going to do is just open up these pictures, get the high resolution, and I'm just going to copy this URL and go over to this pixlr.com. It's a image editor, just kind of like a Photoshop, but it's online. Paste in the URL. I'm going to get this picture straight from NASA, so you know I didn't do anything to the picture. And you can do this yourself. So what I was doing is I was just coming through and just messing around. I adjusted the brightness. Now, as soon as I adjust the brightness, I see a couple things happening. There's like, right now it looks like something is exploding out of here, and there's this, I don't know, like this white light or something shooting out from the bottom, which is weird. And I see something showing up here, and I see something showing up here in space, which is kind of weird. But see what we come up with. Nothing with brightness, contrast, nothing. And there's something that's like right here in the image that's really standing out, not changing much. Okay, so I cancel that. And what I like to do is come down to color balance, and when I offset the colors, like weird things start showing up. So we see you got something up here in this top. This thing here is really standing out as well. And see, like this shouldn't be happening. There shouldn't be this explosion coming off out of the shade. So that's like something definitely weird. And as I mentioned here, there's something happening. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on here in space that shouldn't be here. So definitely showing that just seems like this picture's been manipulated. There's something going on. There's like some kind of like you see some round blotchiness. Like we shouldn't be seeing any of this, and I'll show you other pictures. But if you look up here, when I saw this, I was like, what is that? It looks like a clock. So let me, I'll come back to that in a second. And when I started adjusting these other colors, like definitely see like some round thing right here, and this whole area now is like a rectangle, which is also pretty bizarre. Just the colors, so it's definitely a rectangle up there. Alright, let's try. Gonna leave this as is. Click OK. Let's go up to, let's say, 50%. Oops. And come on over. So now looking at this, I can see an outline of a circle through most of this. And I see this here, and I see this. I'm like, this is a clock. Why is there a clock out in space? This doesn't make any sense at all that this is out there. Like, And it's pretty big too. 20, go back to 14. Oh, I want to go to 14. So this is the full size, well, the full size picture at 14%, just to, when I say full size, to fill the space, not at 100%, because otherwise it'd be too big and I won't be able to show it. But this is a pretty big clock if it's supposed to be really out in space compared to Earth. And this is pretty unusual, and I'm going to show you some other stuff. I don't know what this is either. This is kind of strange itself. And it just so happens that this is the first photo that I'm sharing, and this is from November 9th, 1967, the coastal Brazil, Atlantic Ocean, West Africa, Sahara, looking northwest, as photographs from the unmanned Apollo 4 Earth orbital space mission. This picture was taken when the spacecraft 17 and the Saturn IVB stage were orbiting Earth at an altitude of 9,000 nautical miles. Now this is an unmanned spacecraft, but if we look here, we really have to ask, did an unmanned spacecraft really take this picture? Because there's a clock on the wall right here. How did a clock get on the wall if this is supposed to be out in space? So that means this cannot be out in space, which means, does this mean they were not able to really send an unmanned spacecraft out? Why is there an explosion coming out of the top of the Earth in the shade? So you can't say, oh, it's just solar rays, because it's in the shade. And what is this light coming out from the bottom of the Earth shooting, which appears to be shooting from right to left? What's all this shading stuff that's just uneven and everything else? It's just, what's this big smudge mark or whatever? What's this circular thing in here? So there's a lot of unusual things in this picture. So now we have to ask, did they really send something to space? Because obviously this was not taken in space. Oops, let me... And I'm not going to look at that. So I just want to show you an example of another one. So this is the same day. It's got a photograph from Apollo 4 unmanned Earth orbital space mission. So seems to be the same thing. It's pretty much the same description. Let's go to high res. Open in a new tab. Okay, so we take this and we're going to go back to, going to paste in, this is the, just so you see, this is the NASA photo that I'm pulling in. NASA photo I might be pulling in. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're at 13%. Can't go too much bigger than that because otherwise you won't be able to see it. Anyway, I'm going to go back up to adjustments. See if there's anything that jumps out with the brightness and contrast. Nope, nothing that I can really see there. Looks pretty clean. Nope, don't see anything there. Alright, so brightness and contrast, not really seeing anything. Oh, I went to hue and saturation. I didn't want to do that. So let's go to color balance. Change in the color. Now remember, we went to red, so I just boosted on red and we see nothing, absolutely nothing. We see a little bit of whatever this is here. We see this shadow showing some edginess or whatever, but in red we see absolutely nothing in space. But let me cancel out of this. But that's unusual because look at what we see in space in this picture. Why is there such a drastic difference between the two? Let's check some different color. So green, still see a little bit out here, but it seems to be changing. But we also see something over here. But we don't see anything like really significant. Nothing that jumps out like that other picture. And when we go to blue, now we see something out here. Not sure what that is. See a little bit here. But overall, I mean, huge difference between the two. Let's play around with the colors a little more. Yeah, not much there in this one. So let's check out this one here. So November 9th, Earth is viewed from 10,000 miles. Apollo 4, unmanned test flight, made a great eclipse around Earth. That's a test of the translunar motors. High speed entry required. 70mm camera. So same picture seemed to be taken the same day. Assuming it's just still the same aircraft. So this will be the third photo showing which two of them are completely different. Here we go, open image. Okay, let's see if this one's got anything different. Nothing really jumping out here. Cancel that. Nothing there. Color balance. So now we see something else happening here. Got this line that runs through the shadow. And now we've got to where like looks like the Earth is some type of rocket ship with some kind of something coming off the back of it. And now we change it to green and we still have that little something out here in space, whatever that is. Whatever is being hidden, now it's completely different. Now when I go to blue, we've got something down here, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff over here. All kinds of things going on. So there's that stuff coming back in. Nothing when the red is set off. Bring it green. So there we go. We've got another picture that's got some other different things that are completely different than the other two, which to me just seems to be pretty unusual. And this last one we will take a look at. So this one, same day. Okay, I'll just click on it this time. So really, I don't think there should be this much significant difference between the space of the program. I mean, between the space area of these pictures. So starting to see something here. Got a little bit of blue there. We haven't even changed the colors yet. Still in brightness and contrast. Okay, yep, see there it is showing up. Now we've got this stuff showing up here, and we've got this stuff showing up here. It's almost like going up a wall. So it looks like it's going up a wall, up to a flat surface. Just curious what this could be. What is this showing? In green. So what it seems to me that possibly what this could be, they've got this fake Earth in a room. There's the wall. They've got this fake Earth in a room. There's a clock that they tried to cover up. Which, why would they do that? Put it in a room with a clock? I have no idea. So they tried to do that. I don't know what all this is. This here could be the flat wall as well. Maybe that's what this is. It's some type of wall or some type of black curtain or something. And they've got this fake Earth that they created with the light shining on it from this direction. Just some weird stuff that I found just hidden in the background of just of NASA's photos. And I mean, if you want to see them yourselves, you can just go to this website, the spaceflight.nasa.gov/gallery/images/Apollo, and this one is Apollo 4. So yeah, that's it right there. That address I just gave you. And you can check them out. I haven't even gone through all of these just to kind of see what I might be able to find. So see what you can find in them, and if you have answers about any of this stuff, let me know.